But we start with the national match of the day, the one there at the top.
Spurs versus Liverpool. Spurs have won one and lost one of their two matches against Liverpool, or one of the only four clubs in the First Division after two matches still with a 100% record. The Spurs team is the one that knocked in 4 against Burnley in midweek, and of course includes at number 8 Jimmy Greaves, who scored in both the opening matches, the First Division leading scorer last season. On the opposite side, also one of the most consistent scorers in football, Roger Hunt, who during the course of last season reached a total of over 300 goals with the Liverpool club. The Liverpool team, this is the team that scored 7 goals in the opening two matches against Chelsea and against Manchester City. And 4 of those goals have been scored by Ian St John, wearing number 10. And in fact, in the two games so far this season, he's scored as many goals as he scored in 41 matches last season. Martin Chivers, back in the Spurs side, injured last season after about 10 or 11 games, cost £125,000 from Southampton, but now getting back to match fitness. The referee, one of the most experienced and respected of the Football League, David Smith of Gloucestershire. Liverpool then attacking the goal to the left. Tommy Smith. Thompson. Spurs have got a wonderful record against Liverpool since Liverpool were promoted from the second division 7 years ago. They've only lost once here at White Hart Lane. And Jimmy Greaves, for Tottenham, in the course of those 7 matches, has scored no less than 11 goals against Liverpool. Pat Jennings. Strong to Thompson. Comes outside. John. Knowles. Here's number 7. Want. Mallory almost sold him into trouble. This is Knowles. Mallory. Morgan. That's Graham for Liverpool to Smith. Callahan. Graham. St John. Beautiful ball to Hunt. And a good tackle by Tony Want. Smith. Hughes. Like England. Hughes again for Liverpool. To Hunt. Owen Jennings should have had it first time. That's Hughes who scored. Hughes the scorer, but Pat Jennings in the Spurs goal, the man responsible. Hunt was the man who started this with a shot that wasn't too well hit, and all the agony of goalkeeping in this moment. Emlyn Hughes just snapping up the fumble ball, and you must believe that Christmas has come early this year. So 2 minutes gone, Spurs 0, Liverpool 1. Thompson. Bit slow there, but Mike England foul tackle. And it's going to be Hughes with the kick. Referee Smith making absolutely sure he didn't steal a yard. This is Smith. So keep a lookout for Tommy Smith. He likes to bob him in from around the edge of the box. He's got a very powerful shot. Well, these supporters have made the long trip down from Liverpool and they already feel well rewarded. This is Morgan. Mallory. England. Or rather Collins. Rivers then showed that why he cost 125,000. He was way above this big Liverpool defence. The gates closed here, full house. In Liverpool's two opening matches, by the way, they've been watched in those first two games by over 100,000 people. Yates. And Morgan. It's going to be Peter Collins to take the throw. Liverpool, of course, runners-up in the League Championship last year to Leeds United. Spurs finished in 6th place. Strong. Hughes back to St. John. Hunt. Smith. Thompson. It's Graham. This youngster uses the wings well. Strong to Hughes. 10 minutes gone, still 1-0 to Liverpool. St. John. Callahan. Hunt. And Knowles to Bellerin. Spurs creating trouble for themselves. They're playing it a little bit too close. Lawler. Hunt. St. John to Hughes. Smith. Collins. And a foul given against Hughes, and quite rightly so, for pushing. Cameron Hughes, who got the goal. Lawrence getting a good distance with that kick. St. John. Smaller to Smith. Morgan. This is Mullery. Morgan. Pierce to Greaves. It's a bit of a desperate tackle there and a bit of a lucky one by Lawler. Greaves was just coasting past Lawler, had almost gone by when that leg stuck out. Greaves again. First time so far that Greaves has had any room at all. Graham. Pierce for Tottenham. Gilzine, offside. Twice Alan Gilzine's been caught with this offside trap. The defender's deliberately moving forward. Callahan. Strong. Thompson. Try to find Lawler, but Knowles saw that all the way. Pierce now to Kimmich, is onside. Gilzine's in the middle. Pierce is linked up as well. That was no trouble to Tommy Lawrence. Kimmich just didn't put it far enough away from him. It was always the goalkeeper's ball, no danger. Yates. Lawler. Smith. Graham to St. John. Hughes. St. John going through the centre. Oh, St. John nearly picked up that flick by the fullback. That's Callahan. Great save. Hughes. Knowles. And it's Greaves now for Spurs. Hunt. Back come Liverpool again. Well, Pat Jennings, after conceding that early goal after 2 minutes, certainly produced a great save then. Chivers. Noticeable that at the moment Jimmy Greaves just isn't available up front. Very difficult to find him. Graham to Smith. Knowles saw that from a long way back. Chivers. Gilzine leaving it to Knowles. Strong. Just Callahan to Hunt. St John linking up. Pearce to Greaves. 20 minutes gone. Spurs 0, Liverpool 1. Gilzine. Chivers. Greaves. Yates. This is Morgan. Gilzine to Chivers. Well, you can count that as a chance. Beautifully set up by Spurs, but Chivers seemed to lean back when he hit it and lifted it way, way, way too high. Bit of leg trouble for Emlyn Hughes, the man who got the goal. Jimmy Greaves saying that Emlyn Hughes is all right. We haven't seen a great deal of Greaves so far, just floating around, not playing his usual spearhead role, slightly withdrawn from the attack. And he's being not given a great deal of room at all. It's Graham. Callahan. Smith. To Thompson. Hughes to Strong. Jeff Strong, another fullback who likes to link up. In fact, in the opening match last week, both the Liverpool fullbacks, Lawler and Strong, scored. Halfway through the first half, and it's Hughes for Liverpool. Graham showing more determination. That was a bit cheeky then. He tried to get in a shot through the defender's legs. Almost succeeded too. Greaves. Morgan. This is Chivers. Gilzine onside this time. Good handling by Lawrence. Always under pressure from Pearce, who challenged him in the air, but pretty decisive and firm with that handling. Collins to Want. Morgan. Rather wider than it looked. Roger Morgan is getting through a fair amount of work in midfield. Lawrence miskicked that, but he's found Hughes. Collins. Graham to St John. Callahan's outside. But all these Liverpool players are having a pep. Every time they see the goalpost, they prepare to have a go. Greaves. Chivers. Greaves. Morgan. St John to Callahan. Lawler. 2 against 2 here, but it should be the goalkeepers. Lawler. Hollery. Spurs captain, recognising, I think, out there he's got one or two problems against this Liverpool side who are playing so well at the moment. Knowles, Reeves, Gilzine, Hughes, Hunt, Thompson. Oh, he's got one absolutely lick for speed and for skill. Nearly a wonderful goal. Very, very nearly. It would have been the perfect finish to a wonderful run. He really blitzed that ball too. It was really powered. Yates. It's Collins to Knowles. Mallory. Chivers. A good ball by Alan Mallory. This is Want. Collins to Morgan. Graham. Looking for a loose player, but nobody's coming to him. Callahan. Oh, Jennings taken completely by surprise. And how lucky can you be? He was beaten all the way. Very late going for that. And Callahan showing there what I mentioned before. All these Liverpool players having a bob every time they see the goalpost. Mallory. Gilzine. Alan Gilzine and Martin Chivers showing this Liverpool defence can be beaten in the air. I think Pat Jennings will be glad when he leaves that end of the Spurs ground. He conceded one goal and a bit lucky to get away with that one that hit the bar. Hughes. Yates beaten by Gilzine in the air. Gilzine really does get up to a ball. Yates is about 6'3", much taller than Gilzine, but Gilzine again above him. See the difference in height there. Reeves. Foul against St John. In St John. Morgan completely missing his kick. Roger Morgan, £100,000 for Queen's Park Rangers. Tommy Lawrence weighs well over 13 stones, but deceptively agile for that man of that bulk. Graham. Lawler. Smith. Strong. Hunt. Graham. Want. Gilzine. Morgan making ground in front. He chose the wrong ball totally. Morgan was loose in front. Now St John. That's Hunt. That ball had been played at the right pace to Roger Hunt. It would have been very dangerous. The Spurs defence was just a little bit square there. There was no cover at all. Again, Gilzine beats Yates. One of the delights of football is to see Alan Gilzean with those flicks and touches. Really times them well. Want. Nicely screened now by Pearce to Morgan. Lawler. Another chance for Morgan. Greaves to Mullery. This is Knowles. Mullery. Well, Mullery copied the Liverpool tactics and brought a good save from Tommy Lawrence. He was always covered, but it was well hit. It's 10 minutes in this first half left. Spurs 0, Liverpool 1, scored after 2 minutes. Smith. Graham. Did well to keep it in. Thompson. Thompson was always being forced inside by this defence. They weren't allowing him to go outside and pull the ball back. And Greaves. Nice flick again by Gilzean, almost set Morgan away. It's England to Mullery. Thompson, St. John. Lawler. Graham. Appeal for hands, accidental. There certainly was hands, especially with his hands, but David Smith was right there, and a good decision too. Greaves. St. John. Hunt. Hughes. Lawler. Hunt. Graham. Callahan. Lawler. Number 2. The ball ran kindly then, but the Spurs defence has never really looked secure. So yet again, a Liverpool fullback scores. Callahan in possession, and this is where the trouble starts. The ball deflected by a Spurs defender, but the trouble here, there's no one is marking Lawler, who's come through from a deep position, and the forwards haven't come back to help the defence. 2-0 then to Liverpool. And just about 8 minutes of the first half left. Lawler, and the crowd behind that Spurs goal, all these Liverpool supporters feeling that they've got something really to celebrate. The 9th goal that team has scored in 3 matches so far this season, and this one by no means over yet. Thompson, oh, good play. Thompson really dummied his way through that defence. They've got the corner through, and the defenders didn't know much about that. Graham. Greaves. Lawler. Thompson. This is Callahan. Pearce. Pearce's control not quite good enough then at all by Hughes. Again, a clear demonstration of how Liverpool are always prepared to shoot. Morgan. Chivers. Well, now here we've got the Tottenham Dwarfs coming up. Gilzine up there on the goal line, but number 5 and number 6, I say dwarfs. Mike England, number 5, 6'2", and Peter Collins, about 6'2½". Numbers 5 and 6. Collins! Right out of his face, taken by Tommy Lawrence, good goalkeeping. Collins got a knock in the face as well. Mallory to what? Smith. St. John. And there's the half-time whistle. And Liverpool, very good value for that lead. Lawler, the fullback, who got the second goal, and his second goal of the season too, the first scored by Emlyn Hughes after 2 minutes. And half-time has given the Liverpool fans, separated behind that goal from the Tottenham fans by the police, time to reflect perhaps on the truth of what Don Revie, the Leeds manager, said last week, when he said that northern teams appear to have more desire than the teams from the south. And certainly, in the first half, that's been true of Liverpool. We've showed more competitiveness, and when there's been a 50-50 ball, it's been always the Liverpool side who got it. Still, fresh 45 minutes underway, and no doubt the Spurs players have been chased in the dressing room by their manager, Billy Nicholson. Chivers played that well to Pearce. Gilzine, Mallory, and the whistle had gone anyway. Alan Mallory, the Spurs captain. Spurs have played some pretty football here and there, but have not really looked like breaking down the Liverpool defence. One or two of the Spurs fans too have got a bit restive towards the end of the first half. There were sounds of the slow hand cap beginning to go around the ground. Of course, in facing Liverpool, they're taking on the side that currently looks to be the best in the first division from the way they've started. 9 goals in 3 games. They could add to that in this second 45 minutes. Tommy Smith. St. John going through. There he is. Mike England was the man who came to cover there. St. John looked like splitting them. He just hadn't got the pace to take him through. Callahan. St. John. Knowles to Jennings. Cyril Knowles. Lawrence. Graham. Again, St. John bursting through the middle, but the ball wasn't played to him. But he took enough of the defenders to create the space for the shot. Bobby Graham there saw what he and St. John had done. The defenders went to St. John and just gave Graham the shooting chance. One to Pearce. Five minutes of the second half gone. Still 2-0 to Liverpool, and this is Morgan for Spurs. Knowles. Gilzine looked to me to be pushed, but the referee waves it on. Mallory. Knowles now to Morgan, leaving it to Mallory. Smith. Smith with yards to work in, the defence peddling back, and Graham was completely unmarked if he played the right ball. Pearce. Chivers. Obstruction given, an indirect free kick. Defender Jeff Strong. Well, last year, Jimmy Greaves scored from a free kick against Liverpool when Greaves scored both goals when the Spurs beat Liverpool by 2-1. But this, of course, he can't shoot direct. Monterey is going to flick it to Greaves, I would suspect. David Smith pacing out the 10 yards. Chivers. And this time this Liverpool defence not caught. Spurs took that pretty quickly as soon as David Smith had got the wall back. No doubt about that as a foul. Tommy Lawrence, the man of the Liverpool goal, Bill Shankly, the manager, says he's one of the most underrated players in the country and certainly took very confidently saved today. St. John to Callahan. Graham. Oh, he's got a shooting position. Alan Evans is going to find it hard, the way this boy's playing, to get back in the side. Waller misjudged that. Gilzine. Chivers now, and Gilzine couldn't make the ground. And offside given anyway. Alan Gilzine, Cantor Spurs from Dundee, and then Ron Yates going through the picture, another Dundee player. Hunt to Thompson. Thompson inviting Want and Mullery if they want to come. He's got them both again. And that was England heading it right out of Jennings' hands. Greaves. Pearce to Chivers. Foul against Yates. Late tackle on Martin Chivers. A couple of powerful characters there. Chivers too, well over 6 feet. Monterey. England. Chivers. Just falling away from the ball as he managed to get the shot in. Nice to see there's no sign of that injury that Martin Chivers suffered last season, ligament injury that caused him so much trouble. In fact, almost at one stage it looked as if he might go out of the game altogether. Want, Greaves, Morgan. Goalkeeping, another great shot there by Jimmy Pearce, but Tommy Lawrence deserves that applause. Oh, looks like Pearce was given offside. Perhaps Lawrence didn't get a finger to it, but it looked to me as if he did. Pearce really blasted that ball from an offside position as it turned out. St. John, this is Callahan. Smith. Oh, St. John did well to lay that through to Graham. Hunts in the middle. Thompson. Hughes. Yates. Smith to Law. absolutely by himself, given all the time in the world. What a good ball to Graham. Hunt. Oh, he's flicked away now by Collins. Collins did wonderfully well to get back there with the goalkeeper stranded. Spurs defence showing all signs of distress signals. Collins falling back on the goal, and Hunt hit that well, but Collins was in just the right place. When he hooked it away, I don't think he was quite sure he was going, just hooking into space, but it certainly saved the third goal. Callahan. Knowles reduced to half pace, he really is hobbling. As Hunt was beaten by Mullery. Rosine to Morgan. Watt. Smith. And there's the final whistle. Liverpool the winners by 2-0. The goal scored by Hughes and Lawler, both in the first half. The second half rather petering out. Billy Nicholson obviously got his problems with the Spurs side, but this, a real message from the Liverpool team. They've got a 100% record in the 3 games they've played. They've scored 9 goals in those 3 games, and they look a very good side indeed.
I must say, it was all very impressive, and it was no wonder after the match that Bill Shankly was so pleased with the whole side. Indeed, he came to talk to us across from the dressing rooms, and this is what he had to say.
Every one of them contributed to the game. I mean, their work, the running and everything, you name it, they had it.
They show total confidence in each other now.
Well, they did. That's exactly what football's all about, is relieving each other of the ball.
In a period in which wingmen seem to be out of fashion, Bill, I thought your two, Callahan and Peter Thompson in particular, showed there's still a place for the Orthodox.
Oh, both of them were magnificent. Goodness gracious, they worked like trudgeons and used everything that was possible. Where is there a better pair?
In a period, Bill, in which teams tend to play for a point away from home, I thought right from the start here, you weren't prepared to settle for a point, where you were prepared to attack.
We have never gone away from home for 5 years and tried to defend. We've come here, we came last season in the Cup, I think it was, and we attacked from the start to the finish.
Just a word about Ian St John, who last year, of course, was runner-up in the BBC Commentators competition. I thought he had a great game in midfield, and he's got as many goals this season already as he did in the whole of last season.
Well, this is again, he's coming from the back and he scored 4.